Fuck you, haters! This video is not for kids! Go find another toilet to shit on!
Winter had begun on the island of Sodor, and the holidays were just around the corner. Snow had fallen over the past couple of days, and with the snow came the cold winter air. The engines were looking forward to the Christmas party that the Fat Controller was planning. They worked harder than ever before. There was a lot to do. Thomas and Toby were delivering passengers and parcels on the branch line. The big engines were keeping the main line in order, while Edward and Boko carried passengers and goods all over the Brandon branch. The Fat Controller came by on Christmas Eve to talk to his engines.
Everyone, you all have done a splendid job over the last couple of days. You made me the proudest controller in the world. But there are still lots of things that need to be done before the party. Some of you lot will have to take on extra jobs. Percy will have to pick up the brand new Christmas decorations from Brandon and deliver them to Knapford. Someone has to collect the empty tankers from Abbey Station and take them to the chocolate factory to get them filled with hot chocolate and cocoa. Thomas, this will be your job. While you're waiting for the tankers to be filled, you must shunt the train full of flatbeds at the steelworks, which will be collected by a mainline engine in the afternoon. After that, you will bring the tankers back to Knapford.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Everyone else, jobs as usual.
All right.
All right,
sir.
But, sir, what about the Christmas tree? Who's going to pick it up?
Another engine that just happens to be our special guest for tonight will bring him with him.
I understand, sir.
So all the engines went right back to work. As Thomas and Percy were on their way to their respective jobs, the two engines noticed dark clouds gliding towards the island.
Ugh! Look, Percy. That looks pretty nasty.
Yeah, it seems to be heading straight for us.
Hopefully nothing to worry about.
Yeah, hopefully.
They parted their ways at Wellsworth. Both engines let out a friendly whistle as goodbye. And while Thomas was chuffing up Gordon's hill, he could now see the big dark clouds even better. The little blue tank engine soon arrived at Abbey Station, where he collected his trucks and shunted them over to the chocolate factory. Then he made his way to the steelworks. Even during the day it was scary there, Thomas thought to himself. But he kept on shunting eagerly and didn't let himself be dissuaded. When he finished his job, he was glad to be able to leave again. He drove back to the chocolate factory. Once there, it turned out that there have been problems with filling the trucks, and they were not fully loaded yet. Factory manager informed Thomas of this.
There has been some problems with filling the wagons. The wagons are not fully loaded, and it could take a while. You'll have to come back later.
Oh no, that's terrible. But I have a schedule to keep.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing that we can do.
So Thomas puffed away. Meanwhile, the weather got worse. Big white snowflakes fell on the ground, making it difficult to see. Thomas had trouble seeing anything in that weather. But he arrived safely at the big station. He explained to the Fat Controller what had happened. He understood and asked him to wait. He found the factory straight away to let Thomas know when he could return. Meanwhile, at the steelworks, the engine from the mainland had been delayed due to the bad weather and could only move the train with difficulty. At the same time, the special guest with the Christmas tree came along the main line. Due to the poor visibility, the signalman could not recognize which train was coming. He was surprised when the tank engine with a single van came steaming around the corner. Therefore, he pulled the wrong lever without realizing it. The special train was directed onto the wrong track and rolled towards an old branch line. The foreign engine was confused, but thought nothing of it. Instead, it steamed on. Soon enough, the Fat Controller had news for Thomas.
Up you go now, Thomas. His tankers are filled.
On my way, sir.
He raced back along the line. When he arrived at the junction of the steelworks, he was surprised to see that the track to the old branch line had been cleared. But he steamed on and picked up the tankers. When he arrived back at the big station, he saw the Fat Controller and Percy with the decorations. Fat Controller was nervous and looked at the station clock.
What's the matter, sir? You look worried.
Well, yes, Thomas. The special train with the Christmas tree should have arrived by now. But it hasn't arrived yet. It seems to have vanished.
At this moment, the station master entered the platform.
Sir, the special train has passed the section near the steelworks. After that, its track disappears.
That's odd. A whole train just can't disappear like that.
Well, it looks like it did, sir.
Maybe the engine just lost its way in the snow.
That's pretty unlikely, but possible.
Or maybe the points weren't set properly. I was wondering why the track to the old branch line had been cleared. Now it's clear. The special train was sent down the wrong line.
Stepney had run out of sand to spread on the tracks. Finally, he came to a halt on a steep section of the branch line.
Oh, bother. Now I'm gonna be late.
Do you want me to look for the train, sir?
Yes, indeed, Thomas. Off you go now.
Right, sir.
He quickly puffed away and thundered down the old branch line. The tracks were still cleared when he arrived. He raced along the line until suddenly a brakeman appeared.
Yikes!
He applied his brakes, but he couldn't stop in time.
Hey, who's there?
It's Thomas!
Thank God. Thomas, I'm lost. You have to help me.
We have to be quick now, or we will be late to the party.
They had to work quickly. Thomas was quickly coupled to the train.
Let's go.
So the two engines made their way to the big station. Once there, they were greeted by loud whistles from the other engines and applause from the people on the platforms. The Fat Controller smiled.
Thomas, you are a really useful engine. Ladies, gentlemen, and engines, I'm delighted to declare this year's Christmas party opened.
The engines cheered. After the party ended, all the engines gathered round the sheds.
We were lucky that our guest of honor, Stepney, arrived in time with the tree.
Don't thank me. Thank Thomas. He's the one who made me arrive on time.
3 cheers for Thomas.